I gave him everything, but he still betrayed me. A true love story. Love is like energy. When it's given without balance, it drains you. No matter how much we care, even the strongest heart gets tired. This is the story of a woman who gave everything for love, only to discover how painful sacrifice can be. Good morning to all our listeners. Please, just call me Mariah. I'm 33 years old, living in Chicago, working as a small event planner. My life looks simple on the outside, decorating weddings, birthdays, anniversaries. But what I want to share today isn't about my job. It's about the story of love, sacrifice, and betrayal. My mother passed when I was young. My sister and I were raised by our grandmother, while my father started a new family. After high school, I followed my sister to the city, worked part-time at a restaurant, and studied in college. People often told me I was attractive, but I never cared about that. What mattered to me was building a future. At that restaurant, I met Jonah, a coworker, funny, helpful, always ready to lend a hand. He wasn't the most handsome, but he was strong, determined, and had this charm that drew me in. Despite his past flings, Jonah swore to me he wanted something serious. And against my better judgment, I believed him. Soon, we became a couple. We were both students, struggling to make ends meet. Every dinner was instant noodles. Every bill felt like a mountain. That's when I made a choice. I quit college, took a full-time job at a mall, just so Jonah could finish his studies. I thought, one day, when he graduates, we'll both rise together. But reality isn't a fairy tale. Jonah started hanging out with friends more often, spending money carelessly, while I worked harder to cover all expenses. We argued about money, priorities, sacrifices, but each time he apologized, cooked me breakfast, or promised change, I forgave him, because I loved him too much to let go. On Jonah's birthday, I surprised him with expensive sneakers he had wanted for months. He was overjoyed, hugged me, and said he was lucky to have me. But then, his phone rang. A message appeared. "Happy birthday, my love. Text me when you're not with Mariah." My world shattered. He tried to explain, but the lies were too clear. My hands shook, my heart broke. I had sacrificed everything, only to be betrayed. Despite the pain, I forgave him. I thought, maybe people make mistakes. Maybe love deserves a second chance. But months later, I caught him again. This time on a dating app. Again, excuses. Again, promises. Again, I stayed. I was trapped between my heart and my dignity. Years passed. Jonah finally graduated. His family threw a big celebration at their mansion. It was my first time meeting his relatives. I thought, finally, I'll be recognized as part of his life. But then his aunt pulled me aside and said, "Jonah always tells us he's single, that he's too busy with school and work for love." At that moment, I realized I wasn't his partner in his story. I was just his hidden chapter. Love is not about how much you can sacrifice for someone. Love is respect, honesty, and equality. If you're giving everything while the other takes it for granted, you're not in love, you're in a trap. My name is Mariah, and this was my story.